This is a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show. You've got to see this to believe it. Now, if you're new to this channel and you're stumbling upon it, consider it a blessing. I know a lot of people will stumble upon these videos because they're actually looking for the real music video. Well, consider this divine intervention in a sense. Because you can either take the red pill or the blue pill. You can either choose to be awoke, or you can continue to sleep and go down this slumber. These music videos are filled with subliminal mind control programming. We are all slaves to a system ran and controlled by secret societies. These secret societies are involved in pedophilia, human sacrifice, and controlling our day-to-day lives by poisoning us with fluoride, chemtrails in the sky, vaccinations, and they communicate using codes and symbols. We have been trained to not pick up these things. Our minds have been trained to pretty much just live completely pathetic existences, thinking that we could chase and strive for dreams and all these things when they know we're nothing but rats in a wheel. So consider this a chance for you to wake up from your slumber, because repetition is the key to mind control. And if you don't believe that mind control exists, well, think again. We know how to tame animals, wild animals, control their behaviors and their moods, keep them in a zoo, locked up. You don't think they can do that to human beings? And you might say, why? Well, why not? Control the resources, control the wealth. They control it all. So this could be the beginning of your awakening. This is EMINEM framed. And I've covered EMINEM many times. If you haven't seen any of the videos, I recommend you check them out because you can see the repetition in these music videos, okay? Click on every one, you'll see the same exact symbols. And then ask yourself, why are they using the same symbols? Aren't they supposed to be artists? Aren't they supposed to be creative? Why are they all doing the same thing and showing the same thing? Because that's how mind control works, through repetition. That's why when a song, you hear it 5 times on the radio, it's stuck in your head. And it might pop up again a couple days later. Because repetition is the key. Now, EMINEM, of course, had this video called 3 a.m. I covered it in the video I exposed on him 2 years ago. Just, basic stuff, showing him doing the bloodbath. This video, it almost feels like a sequel to that. But just as sick, just as bad. And what's more amazing about it is when I cover EMINEM, because EMINEM has been brought back. And listen, I know some people out there don't think it's the real guy and things like that. That's not the point. I could care less if it is or isn't. The fact is that whatever this thing is, it's influencing people. And people are under this spell thinking that this guy, this false idol, is a hero. And, oh, he's defending Black Lives Matters. And, oh, he's going after Trump. These all are part of an agenda to get you on board with their agenda, which is divide and conquer. So let's start with the video. If you're a regular subscriber to the channel, you might be shocked to see this. But the video starts with EMINEM standing on the black and white tiles. Again, I guess it's just really in these days. The Masonic, esoteric tiles, the black and white, the duality. You'll find it in every Freemason lodge across America. And if you're saying, what is that? Well, check it out. You got one in your town. And every one of them has this black and white tile inside of it. Their good deeds outweigh their bad. That's what they believe. And they use color schemes like this, and they use symbology like this, not just to shout one another out, to indoctrinate us and desensitize us. So, of course, he's got the black and white tile. I mean, what a surprise, right? Now, the common theme, like I said, is 3 o'clock in the morning. EMINEM is locked up in an insane asylum, okay? And he's claiming that he was framed for all these murders because once it's 3 o'clock in the morning, he doesn't seem to be able to remember anything that he's done or anything that's gone on. It's common theme, right? You know why? 3 a.m. is known as Satan's hour. People say 12 o'clock's the witching hour. 3 a.m., when these possessions occur, demonic possession, and these rituals occur, they do it at 3 o'clock in the morning. Remember the video I covered on that lowlife who was trying to get kids to do the 3 a.m. challenge? Right? He had Crowley's book. He locked himself in a room. Because at 3 a.m., that's the hour that they become demonically possessed. And a lot of the cases that have occurred from people who have broken away from Satanism, or at least just been, high-ranking wizards and not been under possession, but been there casting the spells. And yes, if you don't understand this stuff, that's exactly what goes on. And you might say, that's crazy. Well, if you look around, you'll see it going on every day. Turn your television on. But when this happens at 3 a.m., usually this is the hour they commit their blood sacrifice. This is when they'll ritualistically probably do an abortion and then, destroy the child, eat the child, all this disgusting stuff that they do, which people can't comprehend. And I don't blame them for not being able to comprehend it, but this is the truth. And during this hour, 3 a.m., allegedly, these people who are under possession do not remember committing these acts. So in a sense, they feel like they're not responsible for these acts. And it's exactly what they show in this video, where EMINEM is saying he was framed. He doesn't remember. They show you them waving the clock in front of him like he's under hypnosis at 3 o'clock in the morning. And that's when all these murders occur. It's a common theme. Again, the 3 a.m. challenge. You could watch that guy's video or watch the video I did on it if it's still up, where he's teaching kids how black magic works and how 3 o'clock in the morning, is the hour to perform this ritual. There's a reason for it. That's the hour they become possessed. And that is something people have a hard time grasping, but it's the truth. And they perform these rituals at that hour. Now, this one might shock you, but we got the all-seeing eye. Yes, the all-seeing eye. We have EMINEM painting the eye. We have the eye on the wall right next to 3 a.m. Of course, they have it just flashing subliminally. Now, it's important to remember, when they flash words or something at you very quick, and you don't have the ability to freeze frame or slow the framing down, your brain still picks that up and processes it. It's a form of mind control. It's a technique that they use. They do it during shows that you wouldn't even believe it, because you can't slow down the frames if you're watching it in real time or live. But people have caught it before. We've seen it. There's an old clip from a baseball game in the middle, for a millisecond between a pitch, all of these Masonic, satanic symbols and logos pop up on the screen and pop off. And somebody freeze framed it and caught it. People are like, oh, I don't know. That's weird. It must be a glitch. They do it all the time. It's a method of mind control. So what do they flash for as quickly as they can? Milliseconds? EMINEM, right? And the words kill. Knives and the words kill. Kill, kill, kill. Unbelievable, right? Just flashing that as young kids watch this. They don't know, because they're like, oh, you're a crazy person. They don't understand mind control. They don't understand anything. None of these millennials, none of these young kids out there understand anything, because they're under the spell the deepest. These are people who are playing Pokemon Go and walking off cliffs. That is subliminal mind control at its finest, at its easiest. They've been doing this since television was invented. So they are coding and they're popping that in there. It plants subliminal seeds in people's heads. So you see kill. And I'm not saying, if you see the music video, you're going to go out and kill somebody. Of course not. But they work on Manchurian candidates. They work on people who are under programming, just like Helter Skelter and all that stuff. And yes, even some regular people who aren't currently under it, there's still trigger programming in that. So you'll see that in there. Of course, we have this news reporter and this little skit, because they try to make it seem like, EMINEM's in the insane asylum. We're going to go in and get him. And suddenly the guy's face turns into the devil. Okay? And you can see EMINEM holding up the picture of the devil, with two women's legs coming out of its eyes. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. And then you get EMINEM with the peace sign, holding the peace sign up. Dual meanings to the peace sign, Venus worship, but also the peace sign, the symbol itself, okay, which is used in Satanism. It has nothing to do with peace. When they're indoctrinated and baptized in the occult, they're given a wheel. They break that wheel upside down. It is their way of denying Jesus Christ on the cross. And it's a ritual that they perform, these occultists. And the peace sign, again, you'll see people go, the hand peace sign. Everybody does it. They think it's cool. They don't realize they've been programmed to throw up these satanic symbols like the 666 and the peace sign. And these people are just laughing at you. They're laughing at everyone. And they're getting away with this stuff. You know why? Because the common person's brain has not been taught to process signs and symbols. But when you start doing it, you'll see it everywhere. People message me all the time like, I watch TV and all I see are the signs and symbols. Well, that's a good thing. That means you're not only that, but you're watching TV in a conscious state. You're not in an alpha state, so they're not able to program you. You're able to see the agendas. You're able to see this stuff. And if everybody could break out of this spell, then we can fight back and we can do something. And it starts at the most basic level. And that's why exposing these music videos is an easy way to wake people up. Because if you go through the videos that I've shown, you'll go through it and you'll see the same thing that I just exposed. The black and white tile, is it not in every one? And if the tile's not in it, they're deliberately, somebody is wearing the black and white checkered shirt or pants. Every one. And nobody could deny it. Go look through my videos. The all-seeing eye, which is basic, right? Usually you'll see the pyramids too to go along with it. All of this stuff constantly there, the signs and the symbols. So this is EMINEM framed, just more garbage. But trust me, people will come over here and they'll be like, how did I end up on the wrong side of YouTube? Good one, loser. Good one. Take it as a sign from God that he's trying to awaken you from your slumber and he sent you over instead of actually finding the real music video. Or other people who are like, no, Eminem's not one of them, bro. No way. He fights the system. Really? Get off your self-idol worship, okay? Listen, I grew up in the Matrix just like everybody else. I get it. Oh, you're a fan. You were a fan when you were a kid. You don't want to believe it. Well, believe it. Okay? There's no truth in this world except Jesus Christ. That's it. And there's only salvation through Jesus Christ. Not through Eminem, not through these false idols. These people are here to poison your souls. Remember that. So 3 a.m., folks, pushing that again, the demonic possession at 3 a.m., the fact that these people, literally, they become possessed, that they get high off the blood of these victims. There's some type of high that they get. But they also feel in their own minds that they're not guilty, that their good deeds outweigh their bad deeds. And hey, they're under demonic possession. So, it's some type of hypnosis. But they're showing everyone it. I mean, it's unbelievable how obvious this stuff is and how in our faces it is. But people will see it and they'll be like, cool, not to mention the gore, right? No, the hands, the decapitated heads. Oh, that's not pushing cannibalism and just, just sickness. And people just go, oh, what's the big deal? Well, they've been desensitized, from all the TV shows about blood and gore. Why do you think they're desensitizing everybody from it? Because wait till you see, if you're somebody who doesn't believe this, wait till you see what happens next. Because this world's only going to get worse. I thank you for listening to today's show. God bless all of you and your families.